All right, outside, Harbor Fish and Chips in Oceanside. Anything to add so far? All right, not yet. Not quite a challenge. I'd say more of a contest this time.
Death match.
All right, my friend Herbs and Rye is calling it a death match. I'm not sure I would go that far, but definitely not a challenge this time.
Somebody's gonna die.
So he says. Few rules. I guess it's like a one-on-one poker contest. We're gonna play the same places, the same amount of time, the same stakes. We're gonna start with the same buy-in. And it's gonna be 10 rooms in 10 days, I'm pretty sure. Definitely 10 days. Not 100% sure on the number of rooms. Some of them will be twice on the same day. The 2 outside San Diego. And what's the one we're pairing with the Hustler? Hollywood Park and Hustler will be on the same day. So Lake Elsinore will probably have like 2 or 3 days just to itself. Because that's the one we're closest to. And what's the winner getting? We haven't really decided that.
You lose your firstborn child.
Alright, he wants it to be very extreme. Although I would imagine when it actually came to it, he would soften up. But we'll think about it. We did a lot less planning than I expected, even though this has been in the works for a couple weeks. I actually planned originally to make it 10 rooms, 10 days, 1 room each day, 10 hours each. Like another hours challenge, but with tons of driving, and in mostly casinos I've never been. And then he wanted to turn it into a death match.
Loser gets the tattoo of a donkey.
Probably not happening. I do know on the last day before I leave, I'm gonna go to the taco place, Aztec Taco. Maybe loser buys everything at the taco place, because I was there like 2 weeks ago with Herbs and Rye and his wife and my parents, and it was a very good surf and turf burrito. But if we come up with a better prize, we'll let you know. And yesterday I drove in for you in real time. I just drove in briefly ago. Tomorrow for you, Ocean's 11, that's where we're going. You can't really see, I don't know, maybe you can. We're on the Pacific Ocean in Oceanside. There's a lot of boats in the way, but trust me, we're there. And tomorrow starts poker. There will be 10 poker videos because there are 10 days. And my friend from Kansas from last weekend, he really requested that when I do these, I show more of the poker room. Lake Elsinore might be the hardest because there's really no spot to like hide. You're like one step in the door and you're there.
Well, I know the floor's there, so we might be able to make something happen.
But in other places, I could definitely show more of the interior and make it feel like you guys are in the poker room also. I don't really film at the table so much, but I could pull that off this trip as requested. And that's about it for now. You have all the rules, and we're gonna go play Ocean's 11 for about 6 hours. The places that are 1 poker room in 1 day, 6-7 hours. When we double up 2 rooms in 1 day, like 3 or 4 hours each.
Okay.
So
what do you need, $1?
same amount of minutes and same buy-in and same stakes. He plays some huge stakes sometimes. He will play the lowest and he will play the biggest. And that's it. You have the rules and you'll see who wins in 10 days or so. So this guy walking on the sidewalk was the guy who asked Herbs and Rye, my friend, for $1. So hold on one second. I heard you say, and what I think everyone else heard you say is, what do you need, $1? And then you walked over there and what else happened?
So when I walked up, I was pulling out my wallet and he was like, oh, I was actually just asking if you had some weed, but I'll take $1. So I still gave him $1 because I had no weed. Right. I would have given him that too if I had some.
Was he mad about it?
No.
Oh,
cool.
Okay.
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10 on homeless people, he was probably like a 7.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. Because once I was going into a McDonald's in Vegas, and the guy said something as I walked in, and I didn't really hear him. I thought he was asking for money. So I went in. No, he said, I thought he was asking for food. So I went in and I got what I wanted, and then I got a sandwich to go and gave it to him when I left. I left the same way, walked past him, gave him the sandwich, and he was actually mad. He was asking for money, not food, and he was mad that I gave him food and no cash. So I guess definitely more mellow homeless people out here in California than in Vegas. This is also, I call him Herbs and Rye because he told me about the steakhouse Herbs and Rye. I had never heard of it before then, so we call him Herbs and Rye. Also, he's the same friend who's obsessed with stray cats. And maybe we'll see more homeless people in other parking lots in California. Maybe we'll see some stray cats. And like Rocky running after the chickens, you'll run after and try to grab a stray cat.
It's entirely possible.
Because he is obsessed with them for reasons I still don't understand.
It's not just cats. I mean, just capture anything that's a wild animal. Just for the hell of it.
He did just show me a picture of him holding a snake from about 20 years ago.
There's a cobra.
It wasn't a cobra. All right, next day tomorrow is actually playing Ocean's 11. And remember, rice is a spoon food.